The college years, a time to find a voice, a time to learn new things, and a time to experiment.
There's a lot going on in normal development, and it is a big adjustment. When we're under stress and we adjust to something new, everybody has ways to cope. We're an urban university. Richmond, you have I-95 intersecting with 64, so drug traffic comes through here easily. We're smack in the middle of the city. But it's not a problem for all students, and some of the social norming research that we've done would show that the vast majority of students are not abusing drugs, but for the ones that do, it's a problem.
The ideas about drugs and alcohol that many college students have are not based on fact, but rather their perception that college-age students are adventurous and their behavior a rite of passage.
But there's a huge gap between what people think is real and what's really real. And what we found is, if college students come here and they think everybody else is doing drugs or alcohol, they're more likely to engage in it just because they think everybody else is doing it.
The data shows Virginia Commonwealth University students are healthier than they think they are.
We use our data to really drive our strategic planning process. So we've collected data since 2002 on a wide range of health behaviors about our students here at VCU. About 20% choose not to drink alcohol. If they do choose to drink alcohol, most of our students are drinking 0 to 4 drinks when they go out. So most of our students are doing it responsibly and they're getting home safe.
So instead of focusing on negative behavior from a minority of students, the VCU Wellness Center takes another approach.
All of it started from a theory, and a theory that says that if you focus on health, you grow more health. If you focus on problem, you grow more problem.
Since 2002, the Well, as the VCU Wellness Center is called, has been using social norms marketing to get the word out to students that healthy behavior is the rule rather than the exception. The Well found a creative way to reach a majority of students. It's called the Stall Seat Journal, a poster in bathroom stalls tackling substance use and other wellness issues.
So what's happened is we're trying to message to a population that gets 1 million sound bites electronically. They're hard to reach. And what we found with process research over the years, that the place college students actually sit and read and ponder is the bathroom. I think it cuts through what's called clutter. If you look at media stuff, people are bombarded by 1 million messages. And when you sit in the stall, it's actually put at eye level, or with guys stand at where they stand, so they have a minute to look at it.
A new issue debuts each month, and the tone is conversational, not preachy.
If you talk down to people or you are in a you know and they don't position, they're going to turn you off. So the tone of the campaign, and I think the reason why it works is it's very much in this motivational interviewing spirit. It's in the spirit of collegiality. It's conversational style. It's I'm listening to you, I hear what you're saying.
What a successful year. We'll talk about the year in review a little bit later.
Well, staff and students meet to discuss what goes into each issue.
There's a basic format now that keeps going, so part of it, there's always going to be a social norms message in there, but so it comes from the data. Something will be in there, whether it's smoking, whether it's pot use, whether it's alcohol. So there'll be a social norms message in there. And then it sort of goes along with the time of the year, what's important to students at that particular time. So if it's stress and it's finals, that's going to be perhaps that stall seat and how that applies.
Once an edition is complete, someone must go into the campus bathrooms. It takes about a day to put up all 900 stall seat journals, or SSJs.
Invisible people don't do this job. There's actually someone that goes in and out, and someone has to, so you might as well be the person to woman up.
I really like our fancy job title. It's Social Norms Media Specialist. It sounds really fancy. It's kind of an awkward thing to say, oh, well, I just put up posters in the bathrooms.
The campaign has grown over the years and seems to be working.
So we'll talk to students around campus, and we do what's called mall intercept surveys, where it's just sort of person on the street, whoever's walking by. Tell us what you think of our posters. Tell us if you've seen them. Tell us if you believe them. And so we can kind of use that informal, more qualitative data to back up what we see with our outcome data.
The stall seat journals are just part of a comprehensive prevention campaign on the VCU campus.
We try as many different approaches as we can. We've got the stall seat journals, so we're going into bathrooms, but we know that not all students use the bathrooms on campus, so we have to look for other ways of getting them. We try to get in as many classrooms as possible, especially for first-year students. If we can get in front of them and let them know what we offer at the well, all of our services, not just substance abuse prevention, but all the services that we offer them. We want people to know we're here and that if they ever do need us.
Sometimes the students don't believe what they see on the Stall Seat Journals. So it's time for the clickers.
Clickers are handheld remote devices that allow for immediate audience participation. So grab your clickers and be honest. All you need is a PowerPoint and a screen. You ask a group, what do you do? And they can anonymously key in their answers, and they can sit in a classroom with 20 to several hundred people. We have like 400 clickers now. So I can drag my clickers around, ask them, so what do you think most people do? What do you do? And I wish you could see their faces in the audience when they're like, oh my God. And I'm like, did you guys tell the truth? They're like, yeah.
Since the clicker technology interfaces with PowerPoint, presenters can add questions to their presentations based on what's going on in the room.
And you just give it back to them right then. I didn't make the question, I didn't make the answers, it emerged from the group. And that's when you get to see, yeah, really, people are actually a lot healthier than we thought they were. You notice the kid having a problem, or doing the drug, or holding the drink. When you go to a party, who do you notice? You notice the people that are doing, lines of cocaine in the back room, or the kids smoking pot in the back, or people getting drunk, but you don't notice the vast majority of people who maybe weren't hammered. They just aren't visible.
About a third of the 33,000 students on campus have been through a clicker session.
The 2/3 that haven't been, they've got friends now, so if they're walking down the hall, somebody sees a poster, oh, that's a bunch of crap. Well, this one says, well, I was in this clicker session and actually it worked.
None of what the well does on the VCU campus would be possible without help from students.
The students know before we do what the next big thing is. Things move at the speed of light on college campuses, and you've got to stay. I think it's too much to hope for you to even stay ahead of the curve. You've got to hope to be, hanging on and riding the wave. And so with students on board, we can at least, bouncing those ideas off of students. They can tell us what's a winner, what's a loser. We can use, student ideas. The student ideas are the ones that really take off.
Many on the Virginia Commonwealth campus agree prevention is better than punishment.
I think it's easier to prevent. If you look at the raw numbers, again, we have over 33,000 students. We have on average between 400 and 600 students who violate our procedures. So if you just look at those numbers, it would seem as though we're doing very good with the prevention, because if we didn't, then you may expect to see higher numbers with that. Being able to focus on prevention methods instead of just purely punitive efforts, again, sends a clear signal to our students that we want them to be successful.
And success can mean dressing up in a cap and gown to receive a diploma, something that students may not achieve if they are not healthy.
You know that it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to stuff your head full of knowledge and facts if your body's not going to carry you through to make it worth the investment in your college education.